Welcome to Talks with Toby. I am Jim, and that's my dog Toby. We're stopped here in a walk as he's chewing on a stick, which is most of the time. I call the topic today Beyond Aces, and I'm going to need your grace today because this is a topic that I've been wrestling with for some time, and I just haven't felt comfortable expressing them publicly within our community until now. First of all, I'm not a researcher. I'm a school practitioner and a guy on this journey trying to figure out life and all that has impacted me personally and professionally. Additionally, if ACEs was used as my sole trauma metric, my score would be 0 and not even on anyone's radar. So I came across some tweets stemming out of Scotland, I believe it was, and the essence of that conversation was how only focusing on the original ACE study and the screening metric misses the mark. I've also read some other articles from Steven Porges and Bruce Perry, some heavyweights in the neuroscience community, that points in the same direction. Like many educators, the ACEs study opened my eyes to a whole new lens on life, but because my trauma didn't fall neatly into that ACE box, I never felt qualified to sit at the adult table. As I moved forward, however, I realized how limiting that original ACE study was on certain aspects. Many times voices get heard or measured. They come from positions of privilege, which oftentimes leaves out indigenous populations, LGBTQ plus, race, factors such as intergenerational trauma, epigenetics, and I'm sure you could add a few as well that weren't included in the original study. But this doesn't negate the experiences unworthy to be sitting at the table as well. I think taking a more broadly approach as SAMHSA defines with the 3 E's, the event or events, experience, and the effect that it had, would take the trauma-informed school movement to the 2.0 level. This would also better answer the most asked question I get from teachers during training, which is, do we approach all behaviors as trauma? Now, my world was shattered through a betrayal of believing in the Mr. Rogers narrative of always looking for the helpers when in need. So you might begin to understand why sometimes the institutions that serve to protect us could also serve as sources of re-traumatizations, which by advocating universal ACE screening in schools wouldn't be the end-all solution in many cases, which is why I believe a more effective approach would be to focus your efforts on rebuilding that trust and relationships first, as you haven't earned any entitlements to my story yet, if ever. So if ACEs got you in the door, welcome. We need and value your voices, but please don't stop there. This is just the beginning. Use that knowledge as well as your own experiences that you bring to the table as the bridge to a much deeper understanding and a lens to create healthier school communities. Turn trauma-informed into relational-informed. Please leave me your thoughts on this one. As always, practice self-care. See you next time as I go find my dog in the woods. Take care. Peace.